What is up, guys? Freezing cold Kackis here because my wife won't turn up the heat. And today we are going to be discussing the Haunted Forest just added into Destiny 2 with the Festival of the Lost 2019 event. Now, this was part of a massive update to hit D2, and I was spending most of my time initially with the brand new dungeon and Xenophage quest. But a lot of people are going to be spending a lot of time in the Haunted Forest activity, because it's required to do so to get the all-new Breytech Werewolf Auto Rifle, which is going to come at 950 power and fully masterworked, and a lot of people want it. But if you're going to spend your time in the Haunted Forest, why not do so as efficiently as possible? Well, in this video, we're going to be providing a bunch of tips to help you get to the higher branches 9+ easily and consistently, because that's also an important thing. If you can get a 9+ branch clear of the Haunted Forest, you're rewarded with pinnacle gear. To put that into perspective, you get one piece of pinnacle gear for beating the entire dungeon. So yeah, it's definitely worth it. Alright, now let's get started with a quick overview of what the heck the Haunted Forest is in the first place. Well, once you load in, you're going to be on Branch 1 in the Infinite Forest that has been spookified for Halloween, hence Haunted Forest. And you're going to have a pathway unlock in front of you. As you move along this pathway and new blocks continuously unlock, by the way, sometimes there's going to be enemies called daemons, glowing red, you need to kill to unlock the next block, otherwise the doorway is going to be red, you can't open it. Essentially, you're going to have to kill a bunch of enemies to fill up your bar to 100%. As soon as you do, you're going to be teleported from your location into a new boss room location, and once you kill that boss, you're going to be teleported onto the Infinite Forest again, but this time you're going to be at Branch 2. Do the same thing, kill enemies, get to 100%, go to the boss room, kill the boss, then you're on Branch 3. So you want to be killing the enemies and the boss as fast and efficiently as possible in order to get to as high of a branch as possible, because all of this is under a time limit. Doing so is not only going to get you pinnacle gear, which I already mentioned, but the further you go, the better the rewards at the end, the more chocolate strange coins you're going to get, which means the more masks you're going to be able to buy, and the quicker you're going to get your Breytech Auto Rifle. Now, while we're in the general section, I really want to mention chests. So many people completely ignore these. Every time I play with blueberries, I am emoting next to chests and they just walk right past me. But yes, there are secret chests that spawn all over the place within the Haunted Forest. I got 5 in a single run one time. Guys, that is 10 strange coins. That's almost an entire run's worth of strange coins just in extra chest coins. And it's actually pretty easy to spot one of these hidden chests if you know what to look for. They're always going to look the same. Like you're going to see in the background gameplay, it's that little piece. It has a circular decorative fan kind of above it. There's always that same Minotaur statue. So if you look for that little bit of a darkened piece as you're going through the Haunted Forest, you can be surprised just how many chests you can get. Not only that, but if you pay attention to as the Haunted Forest is constructing in front of you, you'll actually often see an extra piece spawn on as you're moving forward along the path, and that's a good indication that there is a secret chest that just spawned there. Also, sometimes there'll be 2 different ways you can go. The way that your ghost is telling you you have a direction marker to go one way, that's a good hint that the other way is going to lead to a secret chest. Now, a couple more general tips. Firstly, there's going to be a dark blade that follows you around, totally invincible. Just avoid that guy whenever you see him, especially if you do get the blackout modifier. And that's another tip. As you ascend in branches, you're going to get more and more negative modifiers, so be aware of that. Always look down to the left-hand corner of your screen when you're starting a branch, because if you forget that blackout is a modifier and a little war beast comes up beside you, it'll just like insta-kill you. So be aware of that. Another tip, I see a ton of people going out of their way and traveling backwards pretty substantially to get the candy that drops from enemies. Don't do this. Dropped candy goes to your postmaster. There's really no reason to go, way back 30 seconds there and back to get some dropped candy. Just ignore it. You'll get it. In that same vein, don't go out of your way to kill the one thrall that you left behind. Go forward in the path and go to the much higher density areas with ads. But moving on, let's talk about the best weapons and gear to use. First and foremost, you're required to wear a mask to go into the Haunted Forest. Make sure you put mods on that mask. They actually come with 6 energy off the bat, at least the initial Cryptarch ones you get from Eva Levante, and you can equip a free Haunted Forest mod. Make sure you're doing this because it won't automatically be equipped. You have to go in there and manually do it, and they are incredibly powerful. All 3 providing bonuses to, for example, get your health back for getting precision shots, significant damage resistance while you're airborne. All of that stuff is all very good. The ones I would recommend are firstly the ones for damage resistance while airborne. That helps because grounded is a negative modifier quite a bit. And the other one that gets you health regeneration from precision kills, that's another one I would highly recommend because attrition is going to be a negative mod that comes up quite a bit as well. So either one of those is going to help you a lot. The third mod, it doesn't really do anything to counteract the negative mods, which you really do want on those later branches. However, all 3 of these mods have the final perk that increases the drop chance of heavy ammo on kill, and it should say ridiculously significantly increases the drop chances because the amount of heavy you get in a Haunted Forest is mind-boggling. So your choice of a power weapon is going to matter quite a bit, and although a lot of people are going to throw on their Swarm of the Raven and call it a day, and don't get me wrong, it's going to be great, guys, machine guns are busted in the Haunted Forest, and I mean busted. Even the Xenophage is being memed on as a terrible exotic, but in the Haunted Forest it's fantastic because machine guns are incredibly ammo efficient. If I pick up a heavy ammo brick with my Xenophage, I get 12 to 13 rounds. Even an ammo finder brick gives me 6 or 7 rounds. Guys, if I'm using a Swarm of the Raven, I get 1 round for a finder brick. Compared to 6 or 7 with the Xenophage, I can kill a lot of enemies with 6 Xenophage rounds. And if you want something a lot more accessible, the Thunderlord. Guys, when I was using the Thunderlord and went up to whatever branch 10 in this random run, I never switched off the Thunderlord. And I think some of you may be misunderstanding that as I used a lot of the Thunderlord. No. I never switched off the Thunderlord. I used it from the start of the Haunted Forest to the end. I never shot another weapon. I was just Thunderlording everything constantly because you're getting 98 rounds for a brick of heavy ammo in the Haunted Forest. 98. That's absurd. There's really no reason to use a primary weapon at all in the Haunted Forest. Just throw on something like the Thunderlord. It melts every ad. It's pretty decent against the boss as well. They're absolutely phenomenal. If you are in a fire team though, having one person use like the Love and Death or the Swarm of the Raven or a Prospector to help with that boss is actually a pretty good idea. In fact, speaking of the boss, another thing I'm going to suggest is utilize a super or an ability that will let you debuff the boss. So if you're a Titan, put on Melting Point. If you're a Hunter, put on Tether. And that's going to let you tether or Melting Point or whatever the boss and then do significantly more damage to it, kill it a lot faster. And the reason I say that is because of the abundance of heavy ammo due to these perks, you really do not need your super whatsoever when normally going through the Haunted Forest. So you might as well tailor it to be more useful at melting the boss than necessarily melting ads. Because when you have infinite Thunderlord shots, you don't need to activate your hammers, you know what I'm saying? By the way, we've talked about the importance of heavy. Make sure you have a scavenger for your heavy. You're going to get so many bricks, you might as well also make the most of those bricks, again allowing you to use whatever heavy you're running almost like a primary. And so guys, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed, found this informative, and if you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at @RickKackis. That's linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.